In today's episode, Abhimanyu thanks Akshara for bringing smile on Manjari's face. Akshara feels good seeing smile on Manjari's face. Harsh thinks Akshara intentionally bumps into them. Abhimanyu leave the place with Manjari. Harsh disrespects Akshara while giving money. Akshara replies to Harsh that he don't know to give respect to a girl nor an art. Harsh asks Akshara how dare she. Abhimanyu breaks the chairs. He comes in between Harsh and Akshara. Abhimanyu side Akshara. People out there makes a video. Harsh asks Abhimanyu not to disrespect him. Abhimanyu loses cool on Harsh. Akshara tries to calm Abhimanyu. Harsh asks Akshara not to interrupt as she has only instigated the fight. He calls Akshara Abhimanyu's girlfriend. Abhimanyu asks Harsh not to drag Akshara in the fight. Aarohi interrupts the fight and asks Harsh and Abhimanyu to think about Manadri. Harsh and Abhimanyu ends the fight. Akshara and Abhimanyu both apologize to each other. Akshara thanks Aarohi for settling the matter. Aarohi tells to Akshara that Kairav has sent her to pick, thus she learn Abhimanyu is at same place too. There, Manjari share with Abhimanyu that Akshara's song is magical. Her words touched her heart. Manadri says to Abhimanyu in the fight between mind and heart, he always end by listening his heart. Abhimanyu picks a rose and says Akshara is irreplaceable in his heart. Kairav confront Akshara and Aarohi. He asks both to tell what they want as tension is already between Gonikas and Burles. Aarohi tell to Kairav that she don't want lose Abhimanyu. She further insists Akshara to prove to Kairav that she has moved on from Abhimanyu. Akshara tells to Kairav that Aarohi can only match Burles' standard. She adds she thought she loved Abhimanyu, but the fact is she can't fit in Burla house. Akshara says Abhimanyu is top surgeon and there Jodi is matchless. Abhimanyu overhears the talk and crush the rose. He recall Akshara's word and imagines doing Tandav. Back to reality, Abhimanyu stands teary and leave the place. Kairav confirms Akshara if she is telling the truth. Akshara says her sacrifice for love was needed for family. Shefali asks Harsh why he disrespected a girl in the public as his video is viral. Harsh says Akshara keeps roaming around. Abhimanyu thus he reacted. Abhimanyu overhears Harsh's talk. He asks Harsh to find a girl for him as he is ready to marry anyone. Burles stands shocked. Parth says Abhimanyu is stressed. Anand says if Abhimanyu keeps throwing similar attitude, then he won't happy in life. Harsh says Abhimanyu said yes to marriage, then they should not delay. He adds Manadri is stressed for Abhimanyu's wedding and they should get Abhimanyu married soon. Parth says that Abhimanyu is heartbroken and they should wait until he come. Neil interrupts and says Abhimanyu is saying something and feels differently by heart. Harsh gets angry on Neil for interrupting him. Mahima sighed Neil and says to Harsh that he can't force Abhimanyu for marriage. Abhimanyu goes to Manjari and says he failed again. Harsh decide for Abhimanyu and Aarohi's alliance. Burles gets shocked hearing that. Aarohi think time is soon when she and Abhimanyu will turn best couple. She dreamed turning Burles' daughter-in-law. Neil, Parth, and Mahima oppose Harsh's decision. Anand says if Aarohi wants to marry, then she will only convince Goenkas. Harsh and Anand decide to let Aarohi talk with Manish Goenkas. Mahima says, and who will inform Abhimanyu that they are planning to get him married to Akshara's sister. Aarohi, Abhimanyu come. Harsh inform Abhimanyu that they are planning for Aarohi's alliance with him. Mahima, Shefali, Parth, and Neil asks Abhimanyu to calmly think and then reply. Abhimanyu replies he is ready to marry anyone. Harsh will ask to. Harsh smile and asks Abhimanyu if he will talk with Aarohi about marriage. Abhimanyu says he will do. Neil says to Parth and Shefali that they should do something for Abhimanyu. Mahima says it will be wrong if Aarohi will come as Burles' daughter-in-law. Later, Abhimanyu proposed Aarohi for marriage. Aarohi gets ready to marry Abhimanyu. Later, Abhimanyu informed Harsh that he talked with Aarohi about the marriage and now he can tell when and where to come. He further asks Nurse to help him. There, Aarohi breaks the news about his marriage with Abhimanyu to Goenkas. In the meantime, Abhimanyu meets Akshara and breaks the news about his alliance with Aarohi. Akshara stands shocked. Manish refused Aarohi's alliance with Abhimanyu. Aarohi reveals that Abhimanyu himself wants to marry her. Aarohi tries to convince Goenkas to let her marry Abhimanyu. Manish is not convinced yet. Aarohi gets angry. Akshara breaks post Abhimanyu leave. She recalls her moments with Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu gets teary too. Manish says why no one is understanding that Aarohi's alliance with Burles can't happen. Suhasini, Swarna, and Kairav ask Manish not to get hyper else his health will be affected. Aarohi gets angry and says she can't lose second time. Akshara come and Aarohi reveal to Goenkas that she deserves Burles and show auspicious bangle received. Akshara stands stunned. Swarna, Manish, and Kairav confront Aarohi for visiting Burles despite they said the alliance can't happen. Manish asks Aarohi by whose permission she visited Birlas. Akhilesh informed Goenkas that he took Aarohi with him. In the flashback, Aarohi convinced Akhilesh for her alliance with Abhimanyu. She tells to Akhilesh that Abhimanyu is her happiness and wants him in life. Back to reality. Mainsh asks Akhilesh if he supported Aarohi. Akhilesh tells to Goenkas that he can't see tears in Aarohi's eye, thus for her happiness he visited Harsh. In the flashback, Harsh gives bangle to Aarohi and asks Akhilesh to convince Manish. Back to reality. Swarna and Suhasini says to Akhilesh that he ditched them. Akhilesh apologized Goenkas and says he did what he found was good for Aarohi. Abhimanyu along with Burles visit Goenkas. Akshara and others stand stunned. Aarohi welcomes Burles. Abhimanyu tries to convince Manish for his alliance with Aarohi. Akshara stands stressed. Goenka stands mum. There, Manjari worries if Manish will reject the proposal. Abhimanyu says to Goenkas that he can understand all might be thinking why he is here with Aarohi's proposal. He says this time he wants the relationship. Kairav asks Abhimanyu despite knowing there is no love then why he wants the alliance. Abhimanyu says he is here for an arranged marriage where relationship is important than love. He further asks Manish and Suhasini to take the decision. Manish nods yes for Aarohi and Abhimanyu's alliance. Aarohi, Akhilesh and Harsh gets happy. Akshara stands stunned. Later, Swarna and Suhasini performs a ritual for Abhimanyu and Aarohi. Akshara takes the part in the ritual. She cries in the kitchen. Aarohi hugs Akshara and expresses her happiness. Abhimanyu meets Akshara. He confronts Akshara why she is teary as she should be happy for her sister. Abhimanyu insists Akshara to have sweet on the occasion. He further eats sweets too. Akshara stops. Abhimanyu. She cries and eats fenugreek seeds. Episode ends. Precap. Kairav confront Abhimanyu. He asks if he isn't avenging because Akshara broken his heart. Akshara takes part in the function of Abhimanyu and Aarohi. Abhimanyu walks out.